Good morning, my friends. This is Pastor John with another edition of Monday Morning Quarterback. So yesterday we talked about Don Quixote, the man of La Mancha, and his famous sort of anthem of hope, the impossible dream. And what's interesting to note is that everyone in this play, including his own family, thought that Don Quixote was crazy. The prostitute Aldonza, whom Quixote envisioned as the virtuous Dulcinea, thought that he was delusional. And the question is, was he delusional? Was he just ignoring reality? Or was he a visionary, someone whose vision of Aldonza inspired her to live into the promise of Dulcinea? I don't know the answer to that. That's for each person to decide. But I do know that by the end of the play, Aldonza is a transformed person. It's interesting to note that everybody thought that Jesus was crazy too, including his own family. His own family bought into the notion that Jesus was, to quote the religious people, out of his mind. In Mark, the third chapter of Mark, we read about how his own family tried to kind of shush him and said, hey, easy on the rhetoric for a while. Can we do that? And the religious leaders went even a step further than saying that he was crazy. They said that Jesus has Beelzebul, and by the ruler of demons, he casts out demons. So they went much farther in their criticism and their judgment of Jesus. The point is that hope can sometimes seem crazy in a world that's bought into apathy and cynicism. The world that Jesus envisioned, the world that Don Quixote envisioned, is a world of love, peace, justice, compassion. It is a world where we give to one another. But the world that we're surrounded by, the world that we're influenced by, is the exact opposite. It's a world of self-centeredness and egoism. And it's a world where we take. And we're encouraged to take. And into that world, hope in something better, can seem a little crazy. But the question really is, who is the crazy one? Is it Jesus? Is it us? Who's the crazy one? Jesus and Don Quixote saw the world as God meant it to be. How do we see the world? Today we celebrate the birthday of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. There was a lot of people that thought that he was crazy too for trying to change the world. But he and all of the people who worked and sacrificed and gave of themselves for the sake of civil rights did just that. They changed the world. So who's the crazy one? The one that chooses apathy or the one that chooses hope? Have a good week, my friends. God bless.